Hero Games have just announced Jinhsi. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. She's one of the few characters that I've been highly waited for ever since I saw her in-game model from the CBT test from Wuthering Ways. And I do truly hope that she will be a playable character. Now, listen, just because a lot of you guys said, hey, they just announced that she's a playable character. Listen, I'm going to be on the safe side and say they generally did not announce the fact that she was going to be playable. But then again, no, them announcing it can be a hidden sign, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and say it. Nowhere in this post it says she's playable. And for the people that's trying to say, hey, you know, they said she's playable, they didn't even mention it themselves. So this could be, just them trying to showcase, hey, look, cool NPC or whatever that's going to be, like, oh, cool NPC that's the president of this region or something. Who knows what they could be doing right here? But then again, it wouldn't make sense, and she could be highly a playable character here, and hopefully she is, right? But other than that, we don't know if she's a 4-star character. We don't know if she's a 5-star character. But all I do know is, thankfully and hopefully, I ain't gonna say, thankfully, I know deep down that she is a playable character that will be releasing pretty soon, around like probably after Yinlin Banner, after Jinyan and Yinlin Banner. And then soon after, she's the next character that comes soon after. So I do truly hope that Kuro Games do continue to just strive in this atmosphere of trying to do more drip marketing like this, where they announce characters this early on. And if Kuro Games truly do announce characters this early, I think it's going to help them in the long term, like in the long run, where in the long term, right? It'll make a lot of sense because, for one, it's going to help a lot of free-to-play players understand that, hey, there's going to be a cool character that look like this that's going to be coming out pretty soon. So make sure you save whatever in-game currency that you have, so eventually when that character get released by the next 3 banners or something, you will be able to get them eventually, right? I do think this is going to be a very good drip marketing way if they do truly do this, and it's going to get players hyped to realize that, hey, there's going to be a cool character that's coming pretty soon, instead of just leaving the player to just be stuck with the next 2 character banners. And then after those 2 banners are over, they're going to announce the next character soon after. If they announce characters this early on, I genuinely do believe it's going to make Cure Games the better company than Hoyoverse. I'm going to go out and say it. Generally speaking, competition is competition at the end of the day. Whether you like it or not, you gotta accept the fact that both of these games are in the same genre, and both of these companies who want to make their game be better than the other at the end of the day, even if you don't see it as a competition, end of the day, it is a competition sort of thing. You just can't say, hey, iPhone and Samsung aren't competing. Well, I mean, end of the day, they are competing. They're in the same like genre of what they do. They make phones for a living. So then again, when it comes to video games and then they're the same category, they're a competition by automatic. You don't get to decide whether or not they're a competitive competitor or not. It's by default they are competitors at the end of the day. So for all you guys that's trying to argue the simple fact that, hey, competition is stupid, let's just leave it alone. End of the day, you're gonna see these companies have some sort of like, hey, I'm finna one up you at what you do for your game. And probably soon after, if Hoyoverse, like generally speaking, if Hoyoverse, because Hoyoverse been slowly trying to improve like crazy to make sure people don't play Wuthering Waves when it released, right? So generally speaking, I do think if Kuro Games continue to like drip market the way that they're doing now, it's gonna help them out in the end. I truly do believe that. So yeah, so pretty much we got here, and I read you a little bit of this little session here if you guys haven't. Post limited. I'm not gonna say the rest of that because I was never. I can't say big words like that. Stars intertwine. There's still too much to be done. Please rest assured, I am here to guide you through it. Genshin Archive. Being a magistrate of Jinhsi. Listen, I can't say no Chinese names, unfortunately. Jinhsi bears her noble and weighty shares of duties. Through repeated ages, the lament has preyed upon mankind. Vulnerable hope, yet grasping the nettle, she strives with all her might to forge a path towards tomorrow. Now, there's still so much to be done. Please rest assured. So, now speaking, I'm pretty sure, quote unquote, I am hearing some stuff that they did leave some stuff out. I guess it's some CBT information about her lore here that they kind of left out on this post here. So, do keep that in mind that they did probably leave something out for Genshin here. But generally speaking, I do think it's a great idea that they are promoting her the way they are. So, like I said, we don't know what rarity she is. We don't know if she's a 4-star character. We don't know if a 5-star character. Some people have been making accusations that, hey, you see these little 4 stars at the top, like top right of the corner here. You can see that there's 4 stars there, but there's just like a 5th star over there as well. So, okay, is she a 4 star? She's 5 star. We still don't know because it's done in such a weird way that it could be just a regular design to just throw us off, right? So yeah, there's that. We also don't know what element she is. At the moment, she does look like a glacial character, but same time, out of nowhere, maybe she could be something like lightning, electric unit. Maybe she could be a spectral unit. Who knows? You know, like then again, her design look like she can be spectral in a sense. Maybe like between spectral or glacial units. So they got some leeway on, surprising us on what element or, what she could do whenever she gets released in game. We don't know what her kid is, so do please keep that in mind at the moment. So if you are trying to go for characters like Yinlin, you got to keep in mind that we haven't seen no gameplay. So that's going to lead into my next topic here. I do hope by release or like by the 19th of that live stream when Wuthering Waves happen, correct? That that Kuro Games showcase a gameplay of Jinhsi here. I truly do believe that they need to show a showcase for Jinhsi Jinhsi. I'm sorry, I've been saying it wrong. Jinhsi, right? They need to show a showcase of Jinhsi when she released. Not okay. When it's late at night, it's like 4 o'clock, almost 5 o'clock. So please excuse me. So when that live stream happen, they got to showcase some gameplay. If they do that, I promise you, it's gonna make a lot of things better. Kuro Games, like 100%. You're gonna help out. You're gonna help out a lot of free-to-play players that want to save and generally want to get the best characters that they could get that looks interesting to them. Or meta players could understand which character that might look meta enough, or might look good enough that they could probably go for. So it's a win-win situation for both sides. And when people see that, they're gonna be more than likely probably want to spend on that, and more than likely people are gonna start to respect you more often for doing that as well. So that'll be some like a huge drip market that will take you in a better advantage than what Hoyoverse does, because Hoyoverse does it at such a late time to the point where like once you already got that character or something, they drop somebody completely off topic, right? Like somebody completely new, and it's already too late because you spent your Stellar Jades or something or Primo Gems on that one character trying to get them, and then they out of nowhere to drop this other character and then try to drip market. It's like, okay, well now I gotta try to save up for this dude after I just got this character here. And listen, the game ain't even out. All we know was that Jinyan and Yinlin was the next two banner characters that was coming out. Out of nowhere, they dropped Jinhsi. That's crazy to me. So generally speaking, now we know there's 3 characters. So who knows, maybe that live stream might include a random 4th character. If they do, holy drip market there. W marketing of your future plans right there for the game. There you go, Kuro Games. Now, generally speaking, I think I got some high hopes that Kuro Games is gonna make Wuthering Waves the best game there will be. So in the end, I truly do hope Kuro Games take their time with the game and generally make it the best experience for everybody that do play Wuthering Waves. Now, listen, like I said, not to brag or anything, I said it a few days ago under one of my homies post, Mikey here, right? I said, hey, he was like, hey, what number 1 reason that you're excited to play Wuthering Waves for, right? I posted under here a picture of Jinhsi. I said, her, listen, I'm already hyped and prepared because I wanted to actually genuinely want to play her because I think her design looks sick. I think her design looks awesome. And now the simple fact that Kuro Games randomly dropped her like drip market out of nowhere, right? Like, hey, look, Jinhsi is here. Okay, there we go. She 100%, she more likely is going to be probably playable, but there's no confirmed news that she will at the time being. So hey, even if you comment down below, just remember, Kuro Games themselves did not say it. They just showcased. They just said they just showing some lore here. All right, they didn't say she was playable. It's just some lore here at the moment. So chill out. But yeah, hey, that's the video. I'm actually genuinely glad that Kuro Games is doing some marketing the way they are. I genuinely think it's going to help them out in the long run. And it's been shutting down a lot of people that's been doubting Wuthering Waves as of recent. A lot of people been real quiet about Wuthering Waves, not, they ain't doing no marketing, they ain't doing none of this, none of that. And hey, look at that, they started the market. They just randomly dropped Jinhsi out of nowhere. I genuinely think Kuro Games, as I said before in my last tweets back then, that Kuro Games is randomly going to keep surprising us as they have been as of recent. So put all your trust into Kuro Games if you can. I'm telling you, if you guys are down to Kuro Games, now is the time to just start putting your trust into Kuro Games. But hey, I said enough. That's the video. I'll see you guys pretty soon. Also, follow my Twitch. I was live streaming earlier on Twitch on the Wuthering Waste category doing a tier list. So follow my Twitch. That's pretty much everything. I'll see you guys in another video soon.